Live.
Good. Super. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so this movie, let's see.
I move to approve the agenda.
Seconds. Fair to say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 2-0. And yeah. That was that good paper for a second.
It's Monday, July 20 and July 6, 2026, McCone County Commissioner minutes. Gary Phillips, South Road Foreman, went with the board to discuss North Rock Creek gravel for roads and road department issues. Roger Shera, Circle Fire Chief, met with the board to discuss fire department issues. At the hour of 10 a.m., the Board of Commissioners of McCone County, Montana, met in regular session with Ty Taylor, Lonnie Jensen, and Alan Stemple present. Presiding officer Alan Stemple called the meeting to order. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited. Commissioner Taylor moved to approve the agenda. Commissioner Jensen seconded the motion, and the motion passed 3-0. The June 22nd, 2026 minutes were approved as read. Commissioner Jensen reported on the McCone County Health Center Board meeting he attended in Circle on June 23, 2026. Commissioner Jensen reported on the Building Energy Economics in Eastern Montana meeting he attended in Miles City on June 27, 28, 26. The board reviewed and approved the payroll for the month of June 2026, voucher number 12 for warrants 83684 through 83688 was issued in the amount of $5,696.16. Voucher number 1049 for automatic deposits in the amount of $116,980.18 for a total payroll of $122,676.34 was reviewed and approved. The board reviewed and approved timesheets for June 2026 for employees and department heads under the supervision of the county commissioners. The officers' reports for June 2026 were reviewed and approved for sheriff, treasurer, clerk and recorder, and justice court. Voucher number 1050 for warrants number 83689 and number 83690 in the amount of $46,978.30 was reviewed and approved. Carrie Taylor, DES coordinator, met with the board to discuss the Circle Cemetery. The board reviewed the Council on Aging contract modification. Commissioner Taylor moved to approve the modification. Commissioner Jensen seconded the motion, and the motion passed 3-0. Board reviewed the Great Northern Development Grant Amendment. Commissioner Jensen moved to approve the amendment. Commissioner Taylor seconded the motion. The motion passed 3-0. Board reviewed the alcohol tax designation for FY 2027 to allocate the money to Eastern Montana Community Mental Health Center. Commissioner Jensen moved to approve the form. Commissioner Jensen seconded the motion, and the motion passed 3-0. Meeting was open to public participation at 1 p.m. The board reviewed and approved county claims for the month of June 2026. Voucher number 1051 for the amount of $487,438.46 was signed at this time. Nita Crockett, treasurer, met with the board to present 2 tax adjustments. The board reviewed the tax adjustments. Commissioner Taylor moved to approve tax adjustment number 0234 for $168.72 and number 0235 for $124.10. Commissioner Jensen, second the motion passed 3-0. Uriah Kierkegaard Construction by the board to discuss the fairground building and MCHC improvement project. Correspondence occupied the board for the rest of the day. The meeting adjourned at 5 p.m. So just one, there was a safety committee meeting that day at 9 o'clock that I attended. Just for the record, I guess.
Yeah. I can add that in. Just 1 sec. Hi there too, or just you?
Just me.
Okay. So at the hour of 9 a.m., Commissioner Jensen attended the safety meeting. That just puts that at the top of that. Cool.
I move to approve the amended minutes.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 2-0. All right, we don't have a judgment report yet. Budget authority resolution. So let's see.
That big pile there.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So library one is for unexpected expenses. Second one is also grants that the library got that were unexpected. Code red refunds, so that is DES got refunded for canceling code red program. Another grant, pathways grant that was not expected. And then some of the funds, that one's the funds we got for the fairgrounds building burning down. Looks like donations for the fairgrounds building. So.
Are these ready for signatures?
They're ready for signatures. We're gonna have to go through them though here in a second.
Do we have to have a motion on each one to approve it?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. Okay, so these are literally all gonna be resolutions. They're gonna be 260713. So I'll have to name them all. And then we'll have to go. That's the easiest way. Yeah, so go ahead and look through them, and then once you're comfortable with them, again, I'm set up for doing, you're good? Okay. Whenever there's any method to the madness, which is first, shouldn't remember. Okay. Okay, so. All right, so budget or resolution 2607-13A, which is $95,000 from the 4-H council funds as donation to go towards contracted services. Would you make the motion to,
A motion to approve the transfer of those funds.
okay. Resolution 26-07-13B, which is the Mako insurance funds that came in to go towards contracted services for the new fairgrounds building. Would you make that motion?
Yes, I move to accept those funds.
Resolution 2607-13C. The county received a pathways / capacities grant. In the amount of $2,500.
I move to accept the pathways grant.
Okay. 26-07-13D. Code red refunds going towards EMPG general fund.
I move to accept the code red refund.
26-07-13E. Mid Rivers grant for the library to go towards the library fund.
I move to accept the Mid Rivers grant.
Okay. 26-07-13F town pump grant to go towards the library fund.
I move to accept the town pump grant.
So I will second your motions for 2607-138 through F. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so that passes all those resolutions. So. Motions check. Review and approve the Montana National Resource Coalition membership dues. So that's actually the invoice.
Which is that?
So we don't have the, it's, yeah, 4782. So we don't have the actual invoice. Oh, no. Okay, so we're gonna approve the invoice today and then they'll make the check based off us approving that invoice.
I move to approve the check to the Montana Natural. What is it?
Montana Natural Resource Coalition.
Montana National Resource Coalition.
Well, second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 2-0. Okay, Onus and Associates agreement or engagement letter. So this is. It's their findings and everything. So what we've actually got, we have two things from Onus. Yeah, so we developed the. So this is Onus and us going forward. So the engagement letter. Yeah, so this, what the Onus letter is basically us asking them to audit us next year. Audit to begin on May 3rd, 2027. And then the second one is
that also from Onus?
also from Onus. And the second one is the follow-up from Onus, what information they've found, explaining what they've done, what they did and did not see. And then our response to them is separate. This is them sending a letter saying what they've done, what they've seen, what they found, and us just agreeing. So I don't know if you want to look through that one real quick.
See this place for your signature.
Yeah, so I got to sign off on that one, just acknowledging the that we've gotten their letter from them. This is the actual engagement letter for us, Gary, or locking them down to be our auditor next year, and that's one we got to vote on if you want to make a motion on the Onus Associates engagement letter.
I move to
Accept the
accept the engagement letter.
second, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion passes 2-0.
Aye.
The MOU for Montana stock growers and wool growers, we sent them a check
Yeah.
last week. But let me see if there's something else in it. Okay, Mid River's paid up on their encroachments. So we approved all those encroachments for them. Intercap loans, nope, that's not it. FAA. Oh, okay, here's the. All right. So what's weird? We approved this last week. And then now there's a memorandum of understanding for it. Highlighting what the amounts were. So it's almost like they sent them backwards. Like we approved the transfer of the funds. And now they're sending us a memorandum of understanding. And then I have a copy from last week because I want to call them. And again, ask for a budget. Because how much total is that we send them?
63,000.
Yeah, so I'd kind of like to see what 63,000, I mean, I don't have cows, so it doesn't impact me, but I mean, that 63,000 seems like a lot. So,
Well, then another 5,600 for sheep. That 63 is for.
oh, that's what's up
for
now,
cows.
so
Yeah.
68, almost 69 grand.
Yeah.
Because like, do you notice either the trapper when he's flying or on the ground, or do you not have problems at all with coyotes?
I haven't had any problems, but um, yeah, and I haven't talked to Brian for a long time to see, what he's doing with just still he used to get a chopper out here but
Yeah, I mean, that almost 60 grand, that seems like a lot of money. So. I don't know, it won't hurt to get in touch with these folks and get a copy of the budget, if for nothing else, so that if somebody does ask about it. Because this year's gonna be tight for people, and I get it, cow prices are up, but I don't think sheep prices are up.
well, there's just not that much sheep anymore.
And by now, I imagine we're past the having to worry about coyotes and stuff, but they're still out there eating something.
I guess there's more sheep than you think. So it's 5,000 on tax rolls.
Hmm.
31,000 on cattle.
Yeah, I could believe the cattle numbers just because. I mean, even seems like a small guy has like 50 head anymore, 50 to 75 head. I mean, some of these operations in our county are just big. So, do you want to make a motion on that?
I move to approve the MOU for the Montana Stock Grower and Wool Growers Association.
Second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 2-0. FAA year-end financial. So that's in here too. All right, so. It's the year-end financial report. It's basically saying there's no changes in it, but I guess it's a requirement. And they've got your name on it, so you have to sign it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
Okay. All right, so I'll second your motion to approve the FAA year-end financial report. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 2-0. You and approve the Board of Investment Certificate of Appropriation. Okay. Okay, so this is the what we own for intercap loan. It's nice. It's a really good one. So that's our loan we took out for road graders. I was excited because something was zeroing out like next year, but we still have payments. We're just not paying interest. So that's good. It's just not as good as I was hoping for.
I move to approve the Board of Investments Certificate of Appropriations.
One second, one favor say aye.
Aye.
And then motion passes 2-0. All right, so Virginia did come up to talk about dispatch wages, so once Ty's back next week, we can go through. We have the packet, but we can decide what our decision is going to be moving forward on targeted increases for the TAC and the ATAC, and then general increases for shift differential. Because the other thing I have to look at is how our computer software is set up on shift differential, because what we might have to do, depending on when their shifts are, we might have to do it from like 6, if we do it, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. It seems like their shifts go on at the 4-hour breaks. So 8 to 12, 12 to 4, or 4 to midnight, or midnight to 8, or whatever. Seems like they go 4-hour blocks.
But if somebody works like a 12 to 8, it's 12 noon to 8 in the evening. It's part of your shift. That's part of your shift.
Part of your shift would be at the higher rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it might take. I don't know if our software can do it or not. But it's all on a computer. There's got to be a way to do it on a computer, because if you have to hand gen that every time, I'll look at everybody's 24-hour shift, that would just be a nightmare. But it was something we can do. For one, we have to check and see if the budget would absorb it. For two, we got to talk with Sherry about it. And then we have to decide if this is something we want to do, because like the road crew comes in at 7, right? Or do they come in at 6:30?
Get off at 4.
10,
Maybe it's 6:30 and 4:30 they get off.
is that what it is? Cause we don't wanna do it where, all of a sudden, like the first hour of the road crew, they're getting shift differential. So if we could set it up, if we are gonna do this where, like if we did it from 6 AM to 6 PM is not, there's no shift differential. And then 6 PM to 6 AM, there's shift differential, and on the weekends. Because the library stays open until 6 most days, but then they open until 5. But if we did that, we wouldn't include the other departments so that you have random, 1 hour shift differential for the library. And I get it, their schedule is different, but if we could do something to simplify it. But it would be a change, because we've never done it. And if we're gonna give dispatch shift differential, what about law enforcement? So.
Yeah.
It might be a John question. Can we give one department a shift differential and not give it to another department? And then morale wise, it's part of the reason we don't want to switch. Have somebody getting 92% when somebody else getting 90%, especially if you're going to jump them over the top. But if we're going to give shift differential to dispatch, is law enforcement going to be okay with that? Or are they going to want shift differential?
Yeah, I know that Prairie County, they used to, when they were scheduled for a weekend, they got on-call pay.
Yep.
Like $2 an hour or something for on-call pay.
Yeah. Yeah, it opens up a whole bunch of other issues. And we can talk to Paul about it, but maybe, because the law enforcement gets paid better than the dispatchers. So maybe they're okay with it, but then we gotta ask John if we offer shift differential to one department, do we have to offer it to everybody? Because like Candy, she works off hours. So now is she gonna get pay differential when she works a Saturday, or she said she was in at 7 o'clock this morning. I mean, if we did 6 AM to 6 PM as the day, then we wouldn't have that.
See, law enforcement, there's a lot of things different there. They don't get like time and a half on their regular,
Yeah,
on their overtime. They just get regular pay.
yeah, but the town I grew up in, they work 73, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. And 3 to 11 and 11 to 7, both, there was a small pay increase for 3 to 11 and a bigger pay increase from 11 to 7. So, the graveyard shifts, and some nurses did that too. The graveyard shift, midnight and on, got paid better. So, and I'm not, I don't want to begrudge anybody what they think they should be making, but we just can't open up. We can't start doing one thing without thinking what the impacts are going to be. And then like Lane, if Lane's coming in on a weekend and a night, do we have to pay him a shift differential? So we're almost gonna have to have the whole roster of all the county people. Say, okay, if we do this, how does it impact these other people? Because if we have all the dispatchers, that's 5. Law enforcement, that's 5, that's 10. Lane is 11. So that's over 20% of the employees. making shift differential. And then are we gonna allow it for like if Carrie Taylor has a nighttime meeting? Does then she get a differential which has a nighttime meeting? I don't know. I think that's part of the reason it's always been easier. It's done effort. But we can talk through it. Oh, and then this letter for Kenny McCurlick. We can see about this. I don't have great faith that the county's gonna get. And call it. Refuge revenue sharing. I've never heard of that one. I don't have great faith we're gonna get any. But it's only about 3 sections, so. If he thinks. That's what he wants to do with his land, I'm good with that. So, cause he's right, I mean. There's kind of a. Have you been to his place? Oh. So you come in over here though? Have you ever come in on the McCone side?
No,
Okay,
no, it's. Does it show a trail across there? Is that what? I know there's a trail across there, but
that's fences.
that Illinois guy thought he was on an impassable road.
I'm not seeing one, but it just may not be on there. Here's some kind of road. This must be that county road he was talking about. But there's some kind of road coming in here. So the one I see, it doesn't go to his place though. I'm guessing then there's some way you could get, but then whoever's land that is. I'll give him credit for trying. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so I think then that covers it for today,
All right,
other than the admin correspondence stuff. Cool. Wasn't too bad.